Well, hello everybody. I hope that this finds you well. And I'm really sorry that we can't continue this course in person at the moment, but as I'm sure you are aware of, we're currently on a UK-wide lockdown. Um, so I put together some worksheets which should now be on the website, and there will now be a series of talks. I hope you find these useful. The original suggestion was that perhaps we used WhatsApp, or maybe even we could use something like Zoom or Skype. I want to do what's most useful for you guys. If you'd like to see each other's faces and have a face-to-face chat, then we'll be happy to coordinate something along those lines. So let me know your thoughts, and let me know what you would like to do about any of that. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. And blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Now, right at the centre of the Beatitudes are these two. The two Beatitudes that we might suggest are concerned about living with a purpose. But like all the Beatitudes, they can be misinterpreted into something else entirely if we're not careful. Blessed are the meek might be tempted. You might be tempted to read that as that some Christians should be weak, or that we should never disagree with others. Some might even be tempted to suggest that the phrase would equate us to doormats in the world. And we can get the other phrase wrong too. But we need to remember that it does not say, blessed are those who hunger and thirst after self-righteousness. No, it's about righteousness. It's not about our own self. It's about God's righteousness. It doesn't mean that we enter into a quest to become pious, or that we should become preoccupied with the law and the dogma and that kind of thing for our own gain. But rather, to be meek follows on from what we heard in the previous sessions about our need for God. It begins to shape our attitude rather than become something that we could see as oppressive. It becomes about receiving life as a gift and humbly receiving it as such. It means that we don't become doormats, but that our agenda and our privilege and our status is not something that we concern ourselves with, but rather we turn to the needs of others. We use what we have in this life, all that God's blessed us with humility for the benefit of everyone in our society. A fact that, coupled with the second of these two Beatitudes, means that we see being meek not as being quiet, but standing up for those issues that concern us in the world for others. And we all have those things that we might see as righteousness issues. The places perhaps in the world where basic equality and the respect of each other's humanity are not things that are taken seriously by everybody. But as God's people, we are called to speak out against such systems of injustice. And as you go through this section, the challenge for all of us is to rise to these issues. The questions we should all be hearing and challenging ourselves with after this are these, like, am I meek? Or am I misusing my privilege in life? Could I use it better for those who don't have a voice? What am I doing to challenge injustice in our world and in our society when I see it? And these are challenging questions, but they're ones that we do need to grapple with.